Hello, my name is Oksana. This is another class of English at Amilingo.com. Today we are going to talk about the news. Now we are making the post while the students are gathering, so we are waiting. I turn off on my camera and arrange my materials while I have got some time. I'm waiting for you. Hello, Matthew. How are you?
Hello, Oksana. I'm fine, and you?
Fine, thank you. How was your day? Did you have a good time today?
Yes, today was very good day for me because
Good.
because today I took part in in free walk. Yes, I mean subotnik.
Yes, I understand. Free of charge work, right?
Free, yes.
Was it difficult for you to clean everything? To arrange
No,
everything?
it's not difficult. I didn't clean. How to say I прибирался в парке, how to say. I clean, yes.
Yes.
I cleaned in the park, yes.
Okay, good. This is a very good idea because spring is coming and we are going to have a very nice and clean town or city, and everything is going to be very beautiful. So, Dmitry, what do you think about it? Do you think that cleaning park is a good idea? Have you ever participated in such a type of activity?
Yes, it's a good idea. Sometimes.
Okay. How was your day? Did you have a good time? What have you been doing today?
What?
What have you been doing today? Did you read a book, listen to a radio, watch TV, or something?
Watch some films, maybe.
Yes.
Music.
Listen to some music.
Yes.
Good. Yes, thank you. Fine. Matthew, do you often listen to the news? What channel do you listen? Or do you prefer to watch the news?
No, I prefer read news in internet.
In internet?
Always, yes. Because in Russia news in the broadcast and television are not interesting sometimes.
Sometimes not interesting. You prefer the internet, right?
Yes. And I can choose what news I want to read, yes. And sometimes I can read more about situation, about like something like historical events. Yes,
I see.
it's interesting.
Dima, what about you? Where do you read the news? Do you read them in the net? Do you surf the net? Do you watch TV or read a newspaper?
Just internet, not more.
Where do you get the news? From newspapers, internet, or TV? Dima?
Меня не слышно?
Yes, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
From internet.
From internet. From internet. Do you read any newspapers, Dima?
No, absolutely.
Absolutely. Matthew, what about you? Do you read any newspapers?
Yes, I read newspapers, but only in electronic newspapers. I mean, it's similar. What publishing house typing on material newspaper, yes, and same and they type in how to say, in
The net.
page, no, in internet page, the same information, of course.
I see, I see. So what do you think about the journalist profession? Do you think that it is a difficult profession? What does a journalist do? Matthew?
Journalist, how to say, in common meaning, yes.
Yes.
Journalists, of course, do news, yes, but kinds of no, this profession is very difficult because you should how to say, формулировать, you should formulate your speech, yes, your text very well, because this profession has very big how to say,
responsibility
and competition between journalists, yes, between
among the journalists.
Among the journalists, yes, of course.
I see. Would you like to be a journalist, Dima? Do you think that it is an interesting profession?
I think yes, because he travel sometimes.
You have to travel. Journalists usually have to travel, right?
Yes, right.
Okay. Matthew, do you like traveling? Would you like to become a journalist?
Yes, I like traveling, but I don't want to be a journalist.
And why?
Why? I don't know. I never thought about it.
Do you think that being a journalist is very dangerous?
Yes, but it's only for journalists who work in dangerous places. Yes, like war conflicts, like terroristic acts.
Attacks.
Yes.
Yes, you're right.
Terroristic attacks and different things. But in common, of course, is not the dangerous profession. But sometimes it's very how to say, maybe amazing and maybe
challenging.
No, and maybe exciting. Yes,
exciting.
Because yes, I mean journalists who work in different how to say, светские мероприятия, забыл.
Events.
Yes, public events. Yes, and public events and different journalists in fashion world and so.
Yes, you're right. I agree with you. Well, Dima, do you often read about the weather forecast in the news?
Forecast?
Yes. Do you read about the weather? Are you interested in the weather forecast?
Yes.
Do you read about it in the news, in the internet? Or do you prefer to watch it on TV?
No, I am reading in.
I read.
Net.
I read.
Read. Just in internet about forecast.
Yes. Matthew, do you trust weather forecasts that you read online?
Sorry, what?
Do you trust weather forecasts that you read online?
Of course, but it depends on. And it depends on how to say, on newspapers, yes, on internet resources.
Yes, you're right. I see. So when you go to work in the morning, do you often try to check up the weather forecast in the news?
No, in the morning, usually I only eat and wash and clean my teeth, yes, and so on. And I don't put on, yes, включать,
Yes.
да.
Mhm.
I don't put on my laptop, and I usually I read first news in my walk, maybe 5-10 minutes before walking. Yes,
I see. So before the work.
yes, and what I look, what I choose. Yes, choose.
Mhm.
What I choose when I choose interesting information, I remember it, and I try to choose it more evening when I come back from my job, from my work.
From your job, from your work. I see, I see. Good. Here is the handout for you. You can click on the link and open the file. It's about the news. Can you open it?
Yes.
Good. Page 2. Page 4. Excuse me. Here we've got the active vocabulary about the media. So media is the general words for all the sources of information that we have. TV, radio, the press, the internet, everything. So we are going to read about it. Well, Dima, you're welcome to start reading.
What?
Page 4.
4?
Yes, page 4.
Page 4.
Yes.
And
vocabulary.
Vocabulary. Yes, yes.
Have you found it? Okay, the first word is media, right?
Yeah.
Dima, you're welcome. What is it?
It's
Methods
of communication such as TV, radio, the press, newspapers, magazines, the internet.
Good. So, do you understand this word? Do you know the translation?
No, understand?
Understand?
Yes.
Good. Well, Matthew, another word. The second one, what is local?
What? Local.
The second one?
In or off a place of or area.
Yes. Do you understand this word?
Local is местный.
Yes, you're right. Next one, Dima.
Edition, publication from a paper, book, or magazine.
Mm-hmm.
Edition.
Edition.
Издание.
Издание, yes, you're right. Matthew? Subscribe.
Subscribe, yes. Agree to have a paper or magazine delivered on a regular basis.
Mm-hmm. Good.
Subscribe is подписываться.
You're right. Next word, Dima. To publish.
Oksana, sorry. Subscribe is only for internet resources. It's
For all the media. All the resources.
Media? No. I mean subscribe. Подписка по почте, короче говоря, газеты, журналы.
The same word, yes.
Same, yes.
Subscribe, yes, you're right. Everywhere we can subscribe. Doesn't matter whether it is internet or a local newspaper or a magazine, something like that. Everywhere you can subscribe. Right?
Yes.
Next word is publish.
Publish, make public, print, and make ready to sell.
To sell. To sell, right? Good. Next one. Matthew?
Yes.
Newsstand.
Newsstand, a small booth or shop that sells newspaper and magazines.
Do you buy newspapers and magazines in a newsstand?
What is newsstand? It's like It's like, how to say, stand with...
Newspapers and magazines that you can buy and read.
No, I buy all newsstands, yes, in magazines and in booth. Booth is kiosk, yes.
Yes, more common word. You're
Yeah.
right. Good. Next word is journalist.
Same, and in booth and in the store too.
Right. Good. Dima, next word. Journalist,
A person who writes for newspapers, magazine, TV, etc.
etc. Good. Journalist. You're right.
Yes.
Next one. Matthew, paper route.
Paper route. The particular area where on delivers newspapers.
Paper route. Good. Next word, circulation.
Paper route. I don't understand what is paper route. Бумажный route.
Маршрут. Маршрут. Yes.
Что за
So,
бумажный route?
a particular area where one delivers newspapers. Let's translate it.
No, I understand, but как можно перевести на русский?
Маршрут доставки почты. И корреспонденции. Yes.
Yes, I understand.
Good. Next.
Circulation, the number of copies of a newspaper sold to the public. The distribution of a newspaper or magazine. The number of readers.
Number of readers. Circulation. So, what is circulation? Do you understand this word, Dima?
Circulation. No.
This is tirage, total amount of the published issues of a magazine or a newspaper.
Okay, understand.
Good. Next one, Matthew, channel. What is channel?
Channel is place where which TV messages are sent, the number of the TV or remote control.
Right. What are your favorite channels? Do you listen to some English or British channels? Watch them?
No. Of course, in my internet provider, yes, my internet provider has only Russian channels and one Tatar channels.
I see.
Yes, but
in the internet,
but not
many.
In the internet, sometimes I saw CBS. But of course, how to say, это громко сказано, да? Because I don't understand what about what they have discussion, because they talk very rapid. Yes.
Yes, I see. So sometimes people say that watching British channels is very helpful in the process of learning foreign languages.
Yes. I agree, but it's only non-common channels. Yes, it's special, maybe internet channel for English, for studying English language. You mean BBC? Yes.
Yes, I mean BBC. Yeah,
yes,
right.
BBC. BBC, but not BBC broadcasting system. Yes, because they talk very rapid too.
Very fast.
Very
to understand,
fast,
right? To comprehend the speech. You're right. Well, broadcast. Dima, what is broadcast? To broadcast?
Broadcast, sent out in all directions by radio or TV, put on the public airwaves. Это радиовещание, да? Что такое?
Yes, you're right. Broadcast, to broadcast. Передавать что-то в эфир. News anchor. Matthew?
News anchor is a person broadcasting on TV or radio who is in charge of a program and who puts together and delivers the news from other reporters.
Do you understand it?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
good. Dima, do you understand it? News anchor?
Anchor — это якорь, новостной
Yes.
якорь, или как это переводится?
What is it?
Человек, вещающий на ТВ, ну, типа ведущий, да, наверное, или кто это?
Ведущий. Well, Matthew, do you agree with this translation? News anchor?
Maybe not ведущий, but who very famous and popular on in TV, yes, or broadcasting.
Yes, you're right. Documentary. What is documentary?
A type of program or film that presents factual information.
Presents factual information about social topics, health, science, etc. What documentary films have you watched?
Documentary films about about cars, maybe,
About cars.
or animals.
Yes, you're right. Matthew, do you like documentary films? Do you often watch them?
Not often, but sometimes, yes, I like, of course.
Which ones are your favorite?
Maybe only historical, yes.
Historical.
Historical, yes, and about arts.
The arts. Have you watched the documentary about the Earth or the Home? Documentary film. Home. Yes. Home.
Yes, home. Земли или, как сказать, дома, да?
Yes. Dom. Home. Have you watched this?
Yes. I understand.
Do you like it?
Yes. No, I very rarely, very seldom watch these movies. Sometimes it's not interesting for me. About animals, maybe, of course, but not about Earth, because
other subjects. Okay, I see.
Because yes, it's another subject.
Do you think that it is boring? Are you bored while watching documentaries, Matthew? Do you think that documentary films are boring?
Maybe, I don't know. Boring.
Sometimes, right? Boring. What is boring?
Boring.
Скучные, right?
Boring. Oh, yes, sometimes, but very rarely. Yes.
I see. Good. Dima, what is talk show?
This is a type of TV or radio program in which interesting topics are discussed, and the audience or callers are invited to join in the discussion with special guests.
Okay. What do you think about talk show? Do you like to watch them?
Sometimes, maybe.
Sometimes you do.
My lovely actors invite in this show.
Favorite? You mean your favorite actors?
Favorite actors.
Actors. Who are your favorite actors? What actors do you like?
Johnny Depp or Brad Pitt.
I see. Good. Thank you. Well done. Matthew, do you like talk shows? Do you often watch them?
No, I very rarely watch talk shows.
And why?
It's not interesting for me.
Not interesting at all.
No.
I see.
No, but sometimes I watch show Tyra. Do you understand me? Yes.
Yes.
It's very interesting because a topic which which she selected. Yes. And of course it's English language, very good, of course, because the very popular program in American TV. Yes, Tyra.
I see. Yes, thank you. Good of you. Well, thank you. What is host, Dima?
What is
host? The on-air person in charge of particular TV or radio show. This is host or hostess. Host.
Ghost?
Host, yes. Host, not ghost, but...
A person in charge of a particular TV or radio show.
Ведущий.
None.
Yes. Matthew, do you agree? Host.
Host? What is on air? Sorry.
В эфире.
В эфире?
Yes.
Maybe is not... Maybe it's массовка?
No.
No. I don't
The person in charge. Хозяин. Ведущий. Yes.
Host. It's only for TV show, yes?
For TV shows. Yes.
Yes.
Dima, do you understand this word?
I understand.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you. Matthew, another word.
Yes. Sensationalist.
Sensationalized.
Sensationalized.
Difficult word to pronounce. You're right.
Very difficult. Made to create a very strong emotional reaction or intense interest.
Good. Do you understand the meaning of this word?
Yes.
Okay.
Сделать сенсацию.
Station. What is station, Dima?
The place that radio or TV messages are sent from and the numbers on your radio dial.
Okay. So it is easy, right? To translate. Do you understand it?
Yes.
Good. Weather forecast. Matthew?
Weather forecast. Predicting or saying what the weather will be like.
Okay. Next, online. Dima?
On the internet.
You're right. Do you understand it?
Yes.
Internet provider, Matthew?
Is a company that provides internet service.
So what company is your internet provider?
My company is, how to say, is DOM.
I see.
No, it's like Air Telecom, but of course I don't know how is name, what is official, what is its official name, but like Air Telecom, yes.
I see. And Dima, what about you? What company is your internet provider?
Don't know.
You don't know? I see. Good, thank you. Next word is for you, Matthew.
Tabloid.
Yes.
A type of newspaper with many pictures and sensationalized stories.
Sensationalized stories.
Yes.
Do you like to read this?
No. It's interesting, of course. Maybe sometimes people read because they talk about gossips, yes, but it's not interesting for me.
I see. So, what do you think about gossips? What do you think
gossips is only gossips and all.
And that's all.
That's all, yes, because it's only maybe for women. Sorry, Oksana.
It's okay.
No, because it's not interesting for men. I think it's about who and who met who. It's not interesting. It's really gossips. Of course, because they are very famous, and I talk about objects, yes, of sensation.
Yes, you're right. Yes, exactly. Thank you. Good. Next exercise. Fill in the blanks. Choose the correct word or expression from the list on the previous page to complete the following sentences. Matthew, do you understand and remember all the words from the active vocabulary today? Was it difficult to revise or remember the words for you today? Matthew?
C, yes. C. It's part. Is it part C? Yes.
C. You're right. Mm-hmm. Dima,
Yes.
do you remember all the words? Was it difficult for you to memorize them?
Maybe.
Okay, let's try to fill into the gaps. The first one, Matthew, is yours.
Our community newspaper has only been in business for about a year, but the just a minute. But the is growing every day. But the newsstand, yes.
Newsstand, okay.
We can, how say это применимо, да?
Newsstand.
Maybe not. Maybe like news. No.
The news is growing every day. Can we say so?
No. News is no. News. Our community newspaper has only been in business for about a year, but our newsstands is growing every day. I don't know.
Yes, good.
А что, на самом деле, да?
Yes, good. It is good.
Yes.
Dima, the second. I love to listen to that.
Maybe station.
Station. Good. Thank you, Matthew.
Al Gore, former vice president of the USA, produced about climate change called an inconvenient truth. Inconvenient, yes, truth.
Truth.
Truth. Yes. And produced maybe documentary, yes? Documentary, you can say so, yes.
Climate change and inconvenient truth. What is inconvenient truth?
Truth is правда, yes, inconvenient, don't remember.
Невыгодная.
Невыгодная.
Yes, an inconvenient truth. Good.
Невыгодная правда, yes?
Yes, you're right. Number 4, Dima.
I have decided to
our local newspaper because I like to read the morning paper every day when I have my coffee.
Maybe edition.
No, edition is издание, and here we need a verb. I decided to подписаться.
Use circulation.
Matthew, can you help? What can be used here? What do you think?
I have decided to describe, yes?
Subscribe.
Subscribe, yes. To subscribe to the local newspaper, yes.
Number 5, Matthew.
Please don't change the channel until the hockey game is over.
Okay. Do you like to watch hockey on TV?
No, I watch only football.
Football. Do you like football?
Yes. Hockey. I watch hockey very rarely, yes.
Very rarely. I see. Dima, what about you? Do you like hockey or football?
Maybe football, but no, не сильно, не знаю, как сказать.
Okay, good. Number 6, the Sunday.
The Sunday of our local newspaper is always much smaller than the
Saturday paper.
Edition,
exactly, you're right. Number 7, Matthew.
Our son has a very large, so he has to leave the house every day before 6 a.m. in order to finish delivering the newspaper before going to school. Our son has a very large Hmm. Maybe
delivery route. Do you agree?
delivery route?
Of our local newspaper? No, our large delivery route, so he has to leave the house every day before 6 a.m. in order to finish delivering the papers before going to school.
Ah, yes, a large
Delivery.
paper route.
Paper
Delivery.
route. Yes.
Ah, yes.
Okay, paper route. Right?
Paper.
Paper
Yes,
route.
not paper route. Yes.
Route. Number 8, Dima.
The newspaper published many
Pictures.
stories about movie stars and other famous people, but often the stories are not true. I think this sensationalized.
So in this case, what do you use here? Dima? I don't hear you.
Ну, сенсация, такое слово сложное на самом деле. Sensationalizate.
Sensationalized. No, we need a verb, not a verb, but a noun here, or an adjective. Newspapers publish many pictures and stories about movie stars and other famous people, but often the stories are not true. About gossips. So, which newspapers deal with the gossips? Сплетни. Dima, can you guess?
Yes, I guess. No, it's very good.
Okay, can you guess what is it? What kind of newspapers deal with the gossips?
1 second. Tabloid?
Yes, you're right, exactly. Thank you, well done. Number 9, Matthew.
According to the weather forecast, it's going to rain, so let's cancel the picnic.
The picnic. You're right. Thank you. Well done. So we will omit next page. What's in the paper also. And we've got the text. Let's read the text about the news. Vocabulary. Okay, I have found it. It is page 15. Newspaper articles. Have you found it? Page 15?
Yes.
Matthew? Yes. Dima, have you found it?
Yes.
Well, who wants to be the first to start reading?
I am?
You're welcome.
Usually the hot or few news stories appear on the front page of newspaper. These articles report the basic facts about the latest news events without giving the writer's opinion.
Yes.
They are usually relatively and well organized. The reader should be able to answer the 5 KW questions: who, what, where, when, and often why or how, in the first few paragraphs. Other details of the situation follow, and the article ends with the least important information.
Thank you. Matthew, go on, please.
Feature stories are different from hard news stories. Some feature articles may provide background or additional information related to an important news event. Others may focus on human interest topics and may be personal, emotional, or humorous. Feature stories often make the reader want to do something, such as take some action, become involved in a cause, yes, or change one's behavior.
One's behavior.
One's behavior, yes.
Yes.
Editorials express the opinions of the newspapers editors and journalists who write for the paper. Editorials appear on the editorial page, which is often at the back of the first section of the newspaper. Newspapers often have a particular political point of view, and this is expressed in the editorials. Letters to the editor also appear in the section of the paper. These are sent is by readers who want to express their opinions about certain events or situations. Political cartoons, which use art to express a certain opinion, also appear in this section.
Yes, thank you. Well done. Good of you. So, what do the hard or pure news stories mean? What are they? And where do they appear? Matthew?
Sorry?
Pure news stories usually appear where?
Pure news stories. Usually the hard or pure news stories appear on the front pages of newspapers.
What are feature stories, Dima?
Feature stories? What is it or what?
What is it, and where do they appear? What do they focus on? What do the feature stories focus on? What are they about?
It's important information, maybe, or
they focus on human interest topics and maybe personal, emotional, or humorous. Do you agree?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Another question to you, Matthew. What is editorials? What do they express?
Editorials express the opinion of the newspaper's edition and journalists who write for the paper, yes?
Yes. And political cartoons. Do you like to watch political cartoons?
I never saw political cartoons. How to say, если говорить честно. I don't know.
Telling the truth.
Yes. But maybe sometimes people watch political cartoons.
People watch them.
Yes, but I know only one very funny cartoons about rabbits which which went to to landscapes and other places and taught different animals, like лесных животных, forest animals, and it's funny, but it's Soviet movie, Soviet cartoon.
Yes, thank you. Dima, what about you? Do you like to watch political cartoons? Do you often watch them?
No. No, these cartoons.
You don't watch them. You don't like them. I see. Okay, good. So we've got the next task for you. It is the idioms devoted to the weather. Page 16. Have you found it? Matthew, have you found it?
Yes.
Good. Let's read them. The first one, to be under the weather.
To be under the weather.
How do you understand it?
Oh, I should translate, yes?
Yes. Or explain.
But it's idioms, yes?
Idiom, yes. To be under the weather.
To be under the weather. Ну, буквально быть под погодой, yes?
Yes,
maybe it's about good weather, yes?
To have a bad mood, to be depressed. It means to be under the weather. To feel sick.
Yes, yes.
To weather the storm. To weather the storm. What is it?
It's for me question?
Yes.
Weather
the storm.
Maybe it's rolly weather.
To weather the storm? What do you think is the meaning of this? Matthew, can you guess?
But only I understand, but literally, it's
Yes.
not. Погода, штормовая погода, что ли? Штормовое предупреждение, нет?
Figuratively, it is to experience and survive a storm. To experience something and survive it.
Yes, yes, yes.
To weather the storm. Good? To weather the storm. It never rains, but it pours. How can you understand it? It never rains, but it pours. It never rains, but it pours.
Как бы дожди никогда не идут, да, грубо говоря, но pours, it's поток, yes?
Но идет сильный дождь.
Pours is сильный дождь?
So?
But no. Pours is the verb, yes?
Storm, a kind of a storm with a huge quantity of water.
Yes, I understand. It's like лед как из ведра.
Yes. It means when something occurs, it often does so to excess. Yes?
Yes.
Something that you say, which means that when one bad thing happens, a lot of other bad things also happen, making the situation even worse. Беда никогда не приходит одна. It never rains, but it pours. It is English equivalent.
But I understood that it's лед как из ведра. It's my mistake, yes?
It pours, лед как из ведра. It never rains, but pours is idiom, and it means беда никогда не приходит одна. Do you understand it now?
Yes, understand.
Good. Next one, Matthew. Dima?
To shoot the breeze. Shoot. Maybe it's rain.
To shoot the breeze.
Breeze. Стреляет ветер.
What are the ideas? Matthew, what do you think about it? To shoot the breeze, what is the meaning?
Any guess?
Any guess, yes. To chat casually and without purpose. To shoot the breeze. Переливать из пустое в порожнее. To shoot the breeze. To shoot the breeze. Okay. Next one. It's raining cats and dogs. It's raining cats and dogs.
It's raining cats and dogs. It's like лед как из ведра.
Yes, in this case, yeah.
Yes, I remember that.
Good,
Because
very well.
Yes.
Every cloud has a silver lining.
I don't know what is it. Каждое облако имеет серебряное что-то.
So even in an unpleasant situation, there is something good. Do you understand it?
No.
Matthew, can you help? What do you think about it?
I don't know. Because I know that slinging, it's like, how to say, it's maybe like подкладка, да?
Yes, you're right.
Ну, под какой-то материал или что типа такого. Не знаю, any
Yes,
guess.
подкладка. You're right.
No, I don't know how to translate.
Yes, in something bad, in every bad situation, there is always something good. Do you understand it, Matthew?
No.
Может, в каждой бочке затычка, типа такого что-то переводится, нет?
No? Во всем плохом есть что-то хорошее. Туча — это плохо, потому что будет дождь.
Оксана, буквально это перевод. Нет смысла искать, да?
Yes.
Каждое облако имеет какую-то серебряную подкладку, что ли, буквально-то?
Буквально да. Во всем хорошем, во всем плохом есть что-то хорошее. Во всем плохом можно найти что-нибудь хорошее. There is always something good in something bad. Okay? Next one. Matthew, don't rain on my parade. Can you guess?
Не лей на мой парад, что ли? Ну, rain, to rain это лить дождь, да?
Yes.
Идти дождю, вернее, неправильно сказал. My parade, what is parade? Парад?
Парад. Yes.
Maybe не против мне праздник или?
Yes, exactly, you're right.
Что, серьезно, что ли?
You've guessed the meaning.
Yes.
Good. The next one. To be a breeze. To be a breeze. Dima?
To be a breeze?
Yes.
I don't know.
How do you understand it?
Translate, I understand, but...
To be a breeze?
Быть ветром. Дождь, не знаю.
To be a breeze. Matthew, how do you understand it? Can you guess the translation?
It's like, no, I don't know, but быть бризу или как? Быть ветру?
Be a breeze. Yes.
No, I don't know.
To travel alone, casually, rapidly, and happily.
Oh. Huh. Interesting.
Breeze alone. Okay, another one. Come rain or shine. Come rain or shine. Dima, do you understand it?
Yes, I understand, but I don't...
Can you translate it?
Идет дождь или светит солнце?
Come rain or shine. No matter whether it rains or the sun shines, in any sort of weather. So, come rain or shine, not depending upon the weather. It is the idiom. Do you understand it?
Yes.
Good. A fair weather friend, Matthew. How do you understand it?
Закадычный друг, что ли?
Yes, the friend who will never bring you down. The friend who is true friend to you.
Yes, no, I don't know. I didn't know about it.
Okay. To have one's head in the clouds. To have one's head in the clouds. How do you understand it? Dima?
One's head in the clouds.
To have one's head in the clouds. How do you understand it, Dima?
I don't know.
Okay. Matthew, any ideas?
I know that it's like иметь голову в облаках, да, то есть...
Да, витать в облаках, летать в облаках. To be unaware of what is going on from fantasies or daydream.
Yes.
To be unaware. Yes. Летать в облаках. Next one, to save for a rainy day. Dima, to save for a rainy day. How do you translate it? To save
Да.
for a rainy day. Do you understand it?
I understand translate, but I don't what it's mean.
Keep something for a rainy day. For example, when you try to spare some money for a bad day. На черный день. To save for a rainy day.
Okay, understand.
Matthew, the last one, to be snowed under. What is the meaning of it?
I don't know. Быть погребенным под снегом, что ли?
Be snowed under. Yes.
I don't know what's meaning.
Dima?
I don't know to
be snowed under. To hide from reality, to be overworked, especially busy, to be snowed under, to be very busy, to be overworked.
To be
snowed under. Yes. Когда дела вас засыпают, и вы уже не знаете, что делать дальше. To be very busy. To be snowed under. Do you understand it?
Yes.
Okay. What was the most interesting idiom for you to learn today, Dima?
Maybe last
to be snowed under.
Yes, and to save for
a rainy day.
Under.
Good. And what about you, Matthew? What idioms have you learned?
It's idioms, maybe all.
All the idioms.
Oh yes, all idioms are new for me.
Mm-hmm. You didn't hear about them.
No, yes, maybe like.
Yes. Okay.
To shoot the breeze, yes.
Mm-hmm. And the others. Good. So later you'll try to remember and keep in your memory and try to use the idioms. It is very difficult to use all the idioms, but when you hear them, you understand what the person is trying to tell you about. Right? That's why idioms are interesting to learn. Good. Are there any questions?
No.
No questions. No. Good. If no questions, see you next time. Thank you for coming and sharing today's discussion with me. Have a nice evening and goodbye for now.
Thank you.
Goodbye.
Welcome. Bye-bye.